How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some scary videos no one can quite explain. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more mysterious videos just like this. When Reddit user DankyKangsGF captured this creepy clip, they decided to post it to the social media platform hoping to get some answers. The footage is taken from the uploader's baby monitor, which overlooks their 2-year-old child as they sleep. Take a look at what happens. The uploader believes that it appears as though their child's feet are being pulled by some sort of unseen force. Unfortunately for the uploader, many viewers agreed. If you take another look at the clip, it certainly does seem as though the child's legs are being wrenched in some way. But what do you think's going on in this video? Do you agree with the viewers on Reddit, or is there another way to explain what's going on here? Let me know your theories in the comment section down below. Hey peeps, just a quick interlude to let you know today's episode is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. You can download it for free using the QR code there or using the link in the description box below. Raid Shadow Legends is a turn-based strategy game on mobile and PC. The mobile version brings a full console-level experience to your phone, so you can play it on the go anywhere you like. There's loads of champions to collect and customize, adding up to more than 1 million total team combinations. That means there's a near-endless array of strategies to learn and employ as you take on raid bosses, dungeon runs, campaign battles, and PvP arena matches. I've been playing Raid for a while now, and these are just a few of the champions I love using. Because I love all things creepy and scary, I tend to go for the darker characters. Here's Drexthar from the Demonspawn clan. Not only does he look amazing, he's a fantastic defense champion. With a HP burn debuff, he'll be draining his opponent's health, healing himself and provoking the enemy team. Another favourite is Brachus the Shifter, a legendary Skinwalker champion. This guy's a huge damage dealer. One of his skills can hit an enemy 6 times in one turn, and when his HP drops below 40%, his damage goes through the roof. There's always something new with Raid as well. This month there's a fresh rotation of the Hydra boss with loads of events and tournaments happening every day. So what are you waiting for? Download the game, it's absolutely free. Use my special link in the description box below or just scan that QR code right there. If you're a new player, you'll get free resources and a free mystery champion straight away to kickstart your game. I normally tell you which champion you're gonna get, but this time it's a mystery. But trust me, it's gonna be awesome. So hit my link and see who you get. All these bonus goodies will be available in your inbox for the next 30 days. In October 2020, the investigators from the YouTube channel Signs and Signals decided to explore a supposedly haunted church that was built sometime in the 1800s. While the location itself is rather creepy, all seems relatively normal at first.
Anybody here tonight like make some communications?
That is until one of the investigators asks if any paranormal entities present used to play the piano here in the church.
Did you used to play piano here? We would love to hear you play again. Can you play your favorite song?
At first, it's hard to spot, but a shadowy figure can be seen peeking its head through the doorway at the rear of the church.
We would love to hear you play again.
It seems the investigators didn't notice it at the time and decide to continue exploring the old church.
I'm gonna do a little.
Not long after, they hear a sound coming from one of the back rooms.
Come on, just play the piano one more time for me. What was that? Dude.
They find a cupboard door seems to have opened all by itself.
Dude, the door's open.
Then, as the camera holder turns away, they see a chair positioned at the end of the corridor. However, if you take a closer look at the chair's position earlier in the video, you can see that it's actually changed. Could this be the work of some sort of resident paranormal entity? Then, in July 2021, one of the investigators decided to return to this very church. This time, he was all alone. As he makes his way around the creepy building, he manages to catch something unsettling on camera. Take a look.
Is anybody here with me? Chair.
Watching that again, one of the chairs in the room where the dark figure was seen in the previous video moves, seemingly all on its own.
Chair.
Bravely, he decides to go in for a closer look.
Dude, what the man?
As he searches the area, he finds 3 books on the floor, possibly Bibles. These books look as though they've been knocked off the nearby shelf.
That's like they flew off the shelf. Yep. It's totally somebody with me.
The investigator continues his exploration of the old church when suddenly he hears something in the distance.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do in here. Oh. What the? See, somebody's in here messing with me, dude. Somebody in here messing with me. I'm just in here taking pictures.
Unable to find any reason for the mysterious music, the investigator becomes distracted by a loud banging noise coming from another room.
Oh,
Then, as he does, the piano starts to play once again. Understandably, this is enough to send the investigator running scared from the building, and the video abruptly ends. So what would you do if you found yourself in this situation? Would you stay there to try and see where the music was coming from, or would you hightail it out of there as fast as possible?
I'm just in here taking pictures. Oh,
When Redditor Burke Barber bought a restaurant in Albuquerque, New Mexico, they probably didn't expect it to be haunted. Since purchasing the venue, many unnerving events have occurred, including dishes falling by themselves and lights mysteriously turning on and off all by themselves. One time, the floor in the restroom was wet, but when an employee returned to clean it, it was suddenly dry. However, the creepiest piece of potential paranormal evidence comes from one of the security cameras. take a listen to the chilling sounds that can be heard. Some listeners think it sounds like a demonic voice. One viewer even thought they could hear the voice saying, "Help me." While it's unclear what was responsible for the unnerving sounds, the fact that they seem to have been recorded while there was no one in the building makes it quite disturbing. So what do you think could be making these bizarre noises? Could it really be a resident spirit or demon, or is there another explanation? This mysterious video was posted to Reddit by Mushi Mushi. The uploader claims that they captured the video shortly after getting married in 2019, during a trip to northern Washington state to visit their partner's family for Christmas and New Year's. While there, their partner's parents decided to take them to a place in the mountains called Ladder Falls. The area is secluded and far from civilization. After spending some time exploring the trails, they made their way to the waterfall. In the summertime, the waterfall is the centerpiece of a sound and light show. However, in the winter, there's no one around, so the show is discontinued. The couple took a video of the waterfall, noting how thunderously loud it was and how beautiful it looks surrounded by snow.
That's only worker stuff up there, I think. I think it goes back down.
The following day, the uploader was watching the footage and was surprised by what they could hear. Mysterious music could suddenly be heard on the video. Their husband even asked where the music was coming from. Take another listen.
That's only worker stuff up there, I think. I think it goes back down.
They submitted the video to a paranormal YouTube channel where several viewers pointed out that if you're wearing headphones while listening to the clip, you can only hear the music on one side of the headphones.
That's only worker stuff up there, I think.
All who have viewed the footage have been unable to offer an explanation about where the strange music is actually coming from. The fact that the music can only be heard on one side when listening with headphones makes it even stranger. So what do you think's causing the unusual tune? I'd love to hear your theories on this in the comment section down below.
I think it goes back down.
This photo was posted to TikTok by a haunted detective. They claimed that the photo was captured by a friend of theirs who was walking several dogs along a hiking trail. The only two present were the dog walker himself and the person who took the photo. At first, nothing seems out of the ordinary. However, if you take a closer look, there's something rather unnerving in the background of the picture.
So, here's the picture for you. As you can see, something behind him doesn't seem quite right. He was alone. There was no one else around other than him and the person who took this picture. Let's zoom in a little bit. Excuse me, what?
A creepy figure can be seen peeking out from behind the wall. It looks as though it's a woman with dark hair and a pale face. She appears to be wearing a dull, worn-out dress, looking as though she's not even from this time period.
That's crazy. Like, she's not even wearing clothes from this day and age. This is on top of a mountain. You're telling me that someone got on top of a mountain with an outfit like that from, like, the 1800s?
While the figure certainly has many ghostly qualities, it's hard to know for sure just who this could be, as there's no information on where the photo was actually captured. Could it be the ghost of someone that died in this very location? Until more info comes to hand, this photo will have to remain a mystery. This remarkable piece of footage was supposedly captured by a couple while hiking near the city of Mission in British Columbia, Canada. The clip seen here, posted to the YouTube channel Legend Tracker, shows a lake with a sparsely wooded hill in the foreground. As you can see, on top of the hill there's a strange bipedal creature that appears to be covered from head to toe in hair. The creature stands up and begins to walk to the right of screen. It becomes partially obscured as it moves behind a ridge. Given the apparent remoteness of the location, it seems unlikely that this would be some sort of prank. The distance at which the creature is spotted also makes sense as to why the couple didn't attempt to move in for a closer look. I'll throw this one out to you, the viewer. What do you think this could be? Is it Bigfoot, a bear, or something else entirely? Let me know what you think this could be in the comment section down below. This next video on our list is definitely a blink and you'll miss it style clip. Posted to Reddit by Colddeck, the uploader claims to have captured video evidence of a ghost on the side of the road. Take a look. While there's very little accompanying information watching the clip, there does appear to be something there, but whether it's a genuine paranormal entity or simply an optical illusion is up for debate. These two stills taken from the footage best show the figure in question. Looking at the first image, one could easily think that the ghost's long dark hair is simply a branch of a nearby palm tree. However, if you take a look at the second still, you can see that that's not actually the case, as the figure now appears to be standing some distance from the tree. The figure looks to be female. It's pale and transparent and appears to be wearing a long white dress or gown. The figure certainly resembles the classic depiction of the Weeping Woman, a type of ghost known the world over from many different folk tales. She is often said to wander the earth in sadness, searching for her lost children. Unfortunately, as there's very little information available on this brief video, it's not possible to come to a definite conclusion. Like many videos of this nature, it will have to remain a mystery. This next video is definitely an eerie one. It was posted to Reddit by Ben Taylor and shows a railway employee who decides to investigate a strange sound coming from underground at Crewe Station in the UK. Take a look.
We're not left there. I don't know what it is.
I do, yeah.
Just lift it up, Park London. I ain't scared again, dirty.
The sound is probably best described as a type of ghostly wailing. As the employee approaches the area where it can be heard the loudest, it suddenly stops as if whatever's making it is aware that someone's nearby. Then, as the employee leaves the area, the noise begins once again.
It stopped. Do you not hear it? Stop.
Stop, yeah. Come on, Bob. Get out. I'm going because we've got to do trade to the way.
The poster notes that the area was searched the following day by transport police, but they were unable to find any explanation for the strange sound. The following night, the eerie noises returned. Other employees claim that they too have heard strange sounds in the area. Some even saw objects moving about on their own. One employee described the area as very haunted and said they were glad that they were no longer based there. So what could be responsible for making this unnerving sound? Take another listen and let me know what you think it is in the comment section down below. Amy Bruni is probably best known as a former cast member of the TV show Ghost Hunters. So when she posts a photo that she believes might show a ghost, the paranormal community tends to listen. According to Bruni, she took this photo 18 years ago. It had been lost for about a decade. However, she finally found it stashed away in a photo album at her mother's place. The girl seen in the picture is Bruni's little sister, but there appears to be someone else present. Someone who Bruni says was not there when the photo was taken. What makes the figure even more mysterious is that there appears to be no shadow. Bruni says that before her family moved into this house, an elderly woman had passed away in it. It's said that every day when her husband went to work, she would wait for him on the porch, right where the mysterious figure is seen standing. When the photo was originally taken, Bruni's mother took it to a neighbour who was a photographer. They were dumbfounded by the image, unable to offer any explanation for the ghostly figure. The backstory certainly adds an extra level of creepiness to this picture. That and the fact that it was captured by a former Ghost Hunters cast member means one certainly has to wonder if we're really staring at a genuine ghost photo. YouTuber Alan Valoy believes that this video may show a ghost messing with their son. Captured on a baby monitor, the footage shows the boy as he moves around in his crib. Take a look. Watching that again, it appears as though the child is suddenly knocked over by some sort of unseen force. While it does look as though the child is pushed suddenly from the darkness, it simply could be the boy playing around. So you'll have to decide for yourself what you think's going on here. Take another look and make your own mind up. This video was posted to TikTok by I Am Ruby. It shows a photo that was supposedly taken by the uploader's friend. According to the TikToker, the woman took the picture just after having her eyebrows done. When she sent the picture to her boyfriend to show him, he asked her who was in the back seat of her car. The woman insists she was all alone when the picture was taken. Yeah, quite clearly on the left-hand side is a child's face. The uploader believes if you lighten the image you can actually see two children. However, I can only see one of them on the left-hand side. The child looks pale and ghostly, definitely an unnerving thing to see in the back of your car. While the child on the left is quite clear, let me know if you can see the second child that the uploader believes you can also see. If you can, point it out in the comments section down below. For many UK residents, the Longs Arms pub in Wiltshire is considered one of the most haunted pubs in the country. The current owners of the establishment, Rob and Liz Allcock, have experienced a plethora of strange and hard to explain situations. Guests often see dark apparitions or shadows out the corners of their eye, or objects moving for no reason at all. Up until recently, it's always been hearsay. Well, now there's some CCTV footage to back up the claims that this old pub is indeed haunted. Here we can see footage from behind the bar. Take a look at what happens. Watching that again, a glass inexplicably shatters on one of the lower shelves. When the owner Rob posted the clip to Twitter, it set the social platform alight with speculation and theories. Many thought that something must have fallen onto the glass, causing it to shatter. However, watching the footage closely, nothing falls. Plus, the glass is inside of a covered shelf. The owner admitted that he was fascinated by the footage and couldn't stop watching it. One of the eeriest accounts to come out of the pub was when a customer noted a young boy sitting quietly with another couple eating dinner. The customer commented to Rob on how well behaved the little boy was during the dinner. However, Rob had to tell the customer that the couple had been eating dinner all by themselves. There was no little boy with them. Other customers have reported being pushed in the back of the head by ghostly hands, and also a strange man has been spotted on numerous occasions picking up apples in the backyard in the middle of the night. But when they search the property, there's no one ever there. So is this old pub really haunted then? Judging by the customer reports and now this eerie footage, it's hard to deny that something strange seems to be happening on this property. Before we take a look at an eerie photo taken in an abandoned hospital, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be updated every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. This photo was posted to Reddit by Maracu20 in a search for answers as to what it actually shows. At first, if you look carefully at the image, you may notice what looks like a partially obscured female figure in the center. It's not easy to see at first, however, if you brighten the picture, it becomes more obvious. It looks like a woman wearing a long dress with pale, ghostly features. However, several viewers' attention was actually drawn to the dark doorway on the far right. Some think they can see a figure that resembles a monk. Again, the photo needs to be brightened to make it out. One viewer thought that the figure looked as though it was hunched over with its hands clasped in front of it. Another added that the figure appeared to have claws. The original poster then noted it was funny that they mentioned the figure's posture, as the building used to house adults and children who were suffering from cerebral palsy. So what do you think? Has the photographer really captured a ghost on camera? If so, could it be one of the former patients of this very facility?
Now, if you want some more scary videos to binge on, then check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, we have a massive curated paranormal playlist right there that'll scare you for hours and hours. Now, remember to check out our awesome range of t-shirts and hoodies. They're available in the merch shelf just down below there. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.